Social enterprises are one of my favorite things. As an attorney, I've been practicing for years forming nonprofits and lots of for-profit businesses. And for the first time, the tools exist to kind of span the two of those. And there are many ways of setting these up. Oftentimes they're done with LLCs and things like that, but also benefit corporations. The social enterprises that people sort of know brand name wise are like Warby Parker glasses and Tom shoes and Ben and Jerry's ice cream and Seventh Generation and things like that. And most of them have some sort of model where they would like you buy a pair of shoes and they help someone else get a pair, or you buy their salsa and they fund these great programs to help kids with disabilities, things along those lines. And so the idea is that there'd be this coveted position of a marketer in a lot of ways, that they're not necessarily just competing on product or service attributes and price, but instead competing on something more amorphous. And that is like how good you feel about buying their products. There are some products that are so wonderful, like Ben & Jerry's, so people would probably buy them anyway, because kind of thing. But I think when they do buy them, you're probably less concerned about the price. You'd be like, oh, you know what? They cost more than maybe other types of ice cream. But I know that they only have milk from Smiling Happy, probably Vermont cows, and they buy their sugar and chocolate and stuff from in fair trade and not picked by little kids or whatever it is, and that their containers are made out of recycled materials. I'm not sure if these are actually the case, but it makes me feel good to think like I'm helping this company. And for a long time, they built like a brand around that kind of thing. So what sets these entities apart is they would have a statement of purpose. So giving the example of the farming kind of thing is the purpose of our business is to help people get access to healthy and nutritious food who live in places where there aren't grocery stores readily available. And have those healthy and nutritious foods should always be locally grown and whenever possible sourced from women or minority or disadvantaged business entities. So instead of saying we sell veggies, like we sell these kind of veggies with this do-gooder kind of mission to it. What happens then too is they would typically name someone, oftentimes who's not an owner of the business, to be someone who's like a benefit director or a benefit committee. And what that person would be is like an ombudsperson of do-gooderism. They can't take control of the company, but they could have something happen to raise awareness that maybe we're doing something that's not aligned with this stated purpose or mission of the company. It's also the case that we typically would word into its documents, whether it's bylaws and if it's a benefit corporation, they would kind of say, here's the shareholders, or not shareholders, the stakeholders that we would consider when we're making decisions. So we want to be really interested in like environmental issues of what's going on and communities in which we're doing business, maybe past and current employees, things along those lines, trying to do good. And then finally, there's oftentimes worded into these organizational documents that kind of let investors know that if you invest in this company, it might make less money because it's trying to do good as well. And so that they couldn't bring something called a shareholder derivative suit, sue the business for not just pursuing profit.